Hello, good morning children. This is MD Ramzan Beg. Today I am going to teach you ninth class English from third unit C lesson. So third unit C lesson is given to you homework. So this is the unit of lessons. These are regarding the school life. Is it not? So one lesson, A lesson you all learnt Swami expelled from school, and next another poem. One poem you have learnt, not just a teacher but a friend. Next C lesson is homework. So generally you know homework whether it is a burden or easy to do. So government, as per the government schedule or as per the school schedule, children you would have the homework, and that homework in what quantity and how much homework is essential to the children according to their age, and what benefits them, and is it good or bad by giving the homework. These are all discussed in this C lesson. Shall we go to that C lesson? So open your textbook and see them. It is page number 60 in my book, in textbook. You can also see in your book that it is C, homework. I'm going to read out. This is in non-detailed way. You can also understand by reading. Let me start. Homework has historically been given to students to reinforce what they learn at school, and ultimately to help them learn the material better. However, too much homework is not helpful and can be counterproductive. Excessive amounts of time spent on completing a homework can take away the kids' social life, family time, and it limits their participation in sports or other activities. The amount of homework a teacher has to give to a student should be restricted. So this is the first paragraph. It explains homework. Too much of homework is not good for the children, because they are going to avoid all the relationships with their family members, and not only that, the social life, and limits some other limit participants in sports and other activities, so that what will happen then, children, that they will lose the good attitude of the life. And second paragraph, you see, critically acclaimed author Tamim Ansari reports that since 1981, the amount of homework given to an average 6th class child has increased by more than 50%. And many people claim that the increase in homework dates as far back in 1957. The new competition that the new competition that emerged served as an incentive for schools to try to increase the volume of curriculum. The amount of homework increases with the increase in class. So as the children are going to promote to the next class, their homework is also it is increased. So it is not good. According to that, he is going to compare from 1957 and in 1981. What difference it has homework in schools level, at schools level. Now you see, many teachers defend large amounts of homework, claiming that it helps to prepare students for a world that is becoming increasingly competitive. However, Dr. Relovec, author of The End of Homework, argues that doing homework during high school has little or no effect or successful study skills of the students when they join college. So that means here what he says, that he argues like this: homework during high schools has little or no effect on successful study skills of the students when they join the college. So when they join college, these children, they are not going to perform at a good level. Next, you see that excessive amounts of homework be harmful. Kids both physically can be harmful to kids both physically and mentally. A lot of homework usually means a lot of books to carry. Then 55% of the Massachusetts, an institution in the USA, children, as per the survey by researchers of Simmons College, carry loads heavier than 15% of their body weight. So heavier than their body weight, that it is more than 15%. It is that much a load, that much a burden is there, homework load that it is. Not only that, and it is very heavier, that it is the researchers are telling like this here, which is the suggested limit. There it is just a suggested limit only. Carrying luggage amounts of weight daily at a young age can do a lot of damage because bones are still in development stage. The US Consumer Product Safety Commission has reported that in 1999, more than 800 kids were treated in emergency wards for backpack related injuries. Then many of these injuries can lead to serious problems later in life, including chronic shoulder, neck, and back pain. These are the problems children are receiving. They are getting these problems. So, US Consumer Product Safety Commission, it has reported like this here. In 1999, 800 kids, they were suffering a lot due to heavy load, heavy homework, and that children that are facing the problems of including chronic shoulder, neck, and back pain. These are the problems. They joined the hospitals also. Next, you see the large amount of homework is causing kids in both high school and junior high school to be up until midnight or later. When extracurricular activities such as sports, clubs, etc. are added to the picture, kids may even have to wake up early next morning to finish their homework, leaving them with an insufficient amount of sleep. Some parents and teachers argue that it would be beneficial to a child's academics to limit after school activities. However, cutting the time out of a few hours a week teenagers use for exercise could be a factor in the growing obesity cases. Obesity means which becomes fat. So here in this paragraph, the narrator, what he expresses here, the amount of homework which is given in excess, that it leads to the children that not having the good sleep. And not only this, because of not having the good sleep, they do the overnight to do the homework, their homework, and the next morning or some other, and they have to go to some other work to do the pending work, and some other work they complete their academic side. It will be helpful, but other activities, those are there, that it will be stopped. When other activities are not included, the children, they would face some problems here. So here it is very clearly given to you the hours of homework, the hours of other games and sports activities, both must be in balanced. Otherwise, this imbalance, it makes the children towards the obesity. That is the biggest problem. Children at their teenage, they are going to face the obesity problems here. So this is a wrong system going on at a school's level. Now you see in the next paragraph, the number of children who are overweight has doubled in the last 2 to 3 decades. Currently, 1 child out of 5 is overweight. 1 child out of 5 is overweight. These children are faced with more problems in school. Instead of learning and concentrating on their work, many children are developing low self-esteem of learning and concentrating on their work. And many children are developing low self-esteem and even depression because of teasing. The cases of obesity are growing most certainly due to lack of physical exercise. With more and more homework being assigned, kids simply do not have enough time for proper amount of exercise. So they do not have proper amount of exercise. Due to this, what will happen there? That body physical appearance, it leads towards obesity. So this is the lack of exercise. So children need that exercise. Proper exercise is needed. Then all problems will be solved, and that the children, they would be teased because of their obesity. So these are so many problems they are facing. Homework also takes away the time that a kid could be spending with his or the family, rather than spending time bonding and building strong family relationships. Parents and children argue over homework. Time is taken away from important aspects of daily life. This time is particularly precious in families with both the parents working. The time spent by such parents with their children is very limited. Thus, this time could be better spent going out to dinner as a family, or doing other activities that most families are not able to do because the kids don't have time to take a break from their homework schedule. So children, you see that when both the parents are doing jobs, the children, they are facing different problems there, because they would have the limited time, particularly their valuable time, that families, they are not spending their valuable time towards the children. And due to this, what will happen there, the time which is spent by the parents, it is very limited. So psychologists, what they are saying, that the children, they must spend their time with their parents every day, but a few hours it is compulsory. But here what is going on, children, they do not have the time to spend with their parents. This is also the biggest reason of the children's different attitudes they are growing. When assignments are given, you see the next, when assignments are given carelessly and frequently, it causes students to lose interest in the subject. And negative results can also occur when a student is not able to complete his or her homework. Many times they will resort to copying the homework, having other to do their assignments, or cheating in tests. Bad habits such as these are likely to haunt kids through their lives and have an adverse effect on their moral judgment. Students will almost always take the easy way when it comes to homework. So children, they have to complete in easy way, but they are depending on other children in examination, in tests, in that way, and they are cheating, they are going to cheat. This leads to the adverse effect, bad effect, that it is, the result will be in bad. So it is a not good way. The use of homework is effective when used by the rule less is more. When the homework is very less, and it will be good, they will learn more. Overwhelming kids with loads of homework can cause them stress and possible physical injury. So they would get some stress mentally and also physical injury also. Homework takes away from the small amount of time kids get to spend with their parents and siblings. A limit on their physical and social activities can also take a large toll on their lives and could hinder their health and future relationships. All these will be stopped with their brothers and sisters to spend and physical and social activities. If they are not there, they will be in a bad condition. This is not to say. So children, here the last two lines, you see that this is not to say that homework should be abolished, but it should be limited. The homework should also be creative and interesting so that the child enjoys it. So what that lesson tells us here? Homework, it must be in the limited. It should not be abolished. Homework is compulsory, but it must be useful, and in the limited manner it is useful. So the lesson, it tells you interesting, so that creativity, that homework, it must be in creative manner and it must be in interesting manner. Then only children, they would enjoy. This is the lesson given to you, and few meanings are given to you that are also given in glossary. You can just, I'm going to read out the words. Meanings are given to you. Reinforce, counterproductive, dates, curriculum. Curriculum means in academics we use that. the subjects that are included in a course of study. Next, obesity, the state of being very fat, overwhelming, very great, toil, hard, unpleasant work, hinder, to make it difficult for somebody to do something. This is a C lesson, children, and for the next class, let me come to in next video.